Um, so so that people can have peace and that the drama can come to the end. Some of you guys listened to the last teletransmission where I had to explain like a few things that were going on and how Terrorland was involved. I have to talk about three specific people on YouTube that amp this, that I know. Her mate, not her boyfriend, not like puppy love, but that was her actual mate. Like they were bonded in space. Like just the same way, like twins, right? Like you can have somebody that you meet and you like them because they also have a mate, but they do magic to switch up your structure. Like, oh, I'm a king, you're a queen. Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to that. So we were just attracted to each other just based off of like positive vibes, right? There's that type of magic too. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that you have a mate, I have a mate. And a lot of people are dealing with that now. So one of the things that's going to come up here is there's a tarot reader. Ooh, my goodness. Long story short, her mate, his phone was tapped by the feds, so they can play with his like supply and play with their community. My cousin lived in a building, and that building, there was some rat bitches there that were starting hell shit with her first relationship, because she had a child already. She had like one kid already, and she never had another baby daddy, never went back and forth, was just single. So when she got with her mate, a lot of people were very jealous because they were like an ideal couple. What ended up happening was there were two rat bitches that played with the feds because they all play with Fillmore. The big thing about Fillmore is that they all play with Willie Brown and then they play with Amos Brown. That I think that's his name, and Amos Brown from Third Street Baptist. They all play with him. And they all went to the same school, either McAteer or Thurgood. And what ended up happening, or Mission High. And what ended up happening was that when they were young, there was a bunch of beef and drama, and they decided just not to fuck with each other, even though they had family living in both hoods. They were watching and telling when he was coming and going back and forth to try to have him robbed. Then I guess what happened was they figured out about some big op shit with Hanifi. They all play with rituals. They play with magic. What type of bullshit is that? They found out about that. Because the big thing that's coming out is how much money was going into playing with spell work in the hood. That is not what you do at all. You do not play with spell work in the hood after putting people in poverty, starting hella shit, putting people in jail. They're just trying to survive off the little like herbal game that they have, and then you're playing with a bunch of magic to cause chaos and fuckery in their life. That is not the way at all. That's how you get hit, because you're angering people, because that's some rat bitch bullshit right there. And I'm just going to keep it hella real. I know some of my professional colleagues are listening and watching, but this is going to stop a lot of drama in San Francisco. And I may be coming back to San Francisco in a major way to be able to like, and I say that not to be in the center of the chaos, because no, the people who started it are going to be in the middle. But I may be coming back just to be just to testify in regards to they didn't do anything, he didn't do anything, she shouldn't get charged. They don't need to be called in for questioning. That family doesn't need that. They should be getting money and rewards because you guys did magic on them unnecessarily. They survived despite that. People in their family died because of you. They deserve more than what you guys have been giving them. All their family members deserve victim of a crime. So what ended up happening was when that got started, they ended up killing him unnecessarily. They should have never, ever, ever started that. That's a war that's still going. The person that did that, that was involved, it was a few people. It doesn't matter who put were there, right? There was a few females that were involved in that. They're all on YouTube. People don't know that Icy, you guys know Icy? She's from San Francisco. She's from Fillmore. She wasn't involved in that, but she was involved in some other messy shit that ended up bringing that up regarding the Fillmore 4 and Bugsy and playing with his name. And that's how Bugsy got uploaded by the fucking feds. That was the first thing that happened in that virtual reality. Bugsy sitting right there like, what the fuck are you doing and why are you playing with me? Yeah, and those of you guys, I'm just saying his name so you guys can go ask him, because he was telling everybody about this when it got started. Did you hear about this? They uploaded me to this bullshit. I'm supposed to be working. What the fuck? Because he's working at different like places and the cartel is there. So they were trying to use him to play games because he gets called for all the different construction jobs. If I'm telling you right now, with what just happened in the cartel, specifically with Brenda's baby daddy and this whole you can't cross the border and Igualito mi apa, I'm going to tell you right now, there's several people that cannot work in construction. Period. It doesn't matter how many certifications you have, because the cartel runs all of that. So rat ass people were coming in and out. Now look at You don't have good men. You were using my site to bury bodies, and the smell traveled through the building. We have to tear the building down and rebuild it. You're done. Ooh. You took limestone bones or you took chalk and did a bunch of shit and switched out my building material. Look at this is falling apart. Look, I can put my hand through the wall. You guys are done. Oh, you guys were playing with Coca on the job, and that's why you weren't able to finish this job. It's delayed by 2 months. No, because we were supposed to be having shipments coming in here because we have a whole store early because you were high at work. Ooh. So now that's another thing that you guys want to go play with the essays. And that's something that we say in the community. Oh, go talk to the essays, right? When you're talking about the cartel, you want to go play games like that. The essays cut everybody off. Now the black and brown community, they're more in harmony, right? And the ratchet ones are left out to go play with each other and go start a bunch of shit. So that a bigger part of that was what happened with Eddie Ariza when he got uploaded to that virtual reality, or they got pulled in because somebody uploaded them to play with them. And he works on construction sites, one of the biggest contractors, and he helped flip a lot of jobs too. I just had to mention this is some of the shit that's happening because you guys are playing games. So when they started all that bullshit playing, there's a female that lives in Kirkwood. She has a license plate called the Empress. She plays with those tarot cards. She plays with all those honeybees and plays with all that magic. When we're talking about the Empress, that's where she got it from, tarot cards, right? Or when you're saying, oh, I'm the Emperor, tarot cards, or I'm the High Priest, tarot cards. So now, or magician. So now what ended up happening was that there's the three, right? One of them went to go tell, he told everything because the feds were trying to recruit him. The feds started it. The feds were trying to recruit him to do another killing in their family to make it seem like they were causing a bunch of drama because they settle everybody. Like if there's drama and chaos in the hood, their family comes out and makes sure that it's like settled, especially their dad. So because he was a strong figure in the community, people started a bunch of bullshit and their family was completely like oblivious. Now I would say oblivious to it in the sense that they weren't looking for it because they didn't know that people were playing with mad like shit, constantly doing rituals, because if this comes out from Sam Jordan and what happened with their dad, all of us are gonna get it. And that's what's happening now because people suffered because of you unnecessarily. There's a female named Tamika. I used to work at South Market Health Center doing medical billing and coding. A lot of people don't know that. That was like when I had a job. Like it's like you could sign up for like GS or sign up for YouthWorks in San Francisco, and they got me a job and I worked there. I left that site early and I went to somewhere else because they were so toxic and so dysfunctional and delusional there. It's a female named Crystal that used to work there from Fillmore. That's who started that bullshit, and that's how that man got killed. So he was involved in all of that. It was like some real ratchet, delusional nonsense. And from high school, like bitches were mad, niggas were mad, the feds were mad. So they started some bullshit. That's basically what they started. And it did not need to end like that at all. It was very unnecessary, just completely unnecessary. So now what ended up happening was some other stuff happened where people's housing was involved, people's jobs were involved, they were starting hella shit, and now all these bitches are out suffering. This magic with this virtual reality is a sign that they're all suffering and they're all going down because all of them all at once they were gathered and they were put into the pulpit to be judged. It's judgment day for them with that technology. All their secrets are getting exposed. They're all being judged completely, constantly. Who would have known? It says right there in the Bibles, a trumpet opened up in the sky and started reading out judgment. Isn't there something in the sky, like some virtual reality, something that's just screaming out a bunch of shit? Okay, there you go. You shouldn't have started that. So the funny thing about Crystal though, and this is where she's going to get caught up with some female, is there's a dude that was involved and they're going to swear up and down that they weren't involved. This dude, how you guys know that he's involved is because he has ducktails, right? Yeah, but everybody has ducktails. This dude, his ducktail is long. He braids his ducktail. Other people, theirs are locked up. There you go. Now, one of the things with this Crystal female, she was involved in that, running her mouth, but also medical records, because she was jealous, like, oh, you was about to have a baby? Oh, okay, I see you guys are really getting along. Now, that's when she started it, because she was checking people's medical fucking records. And that's when My Chart and Epic, this is before San Francisco went to like Epic, like the second part, My Chart, where you can go online and look at your own records. Before, you couldn't do that. This is before San Francisco divvied off all of the medical records, where if you're at a specific clinic site, you can only see stuff for your specific clinic site or another one of your satellite sites. If you don't work at any of these other places, you can't see anything. South of Market Health Center, because they were in the Tenderloin, they had access to 19 fucking clinic networks, all of Planned Parenthood, all of General Hospital, and that's how these hoes were playing games in Fillmore for fucking years, starting the most treacherous, ridiculous levels of drama. She is so disgusting. She got caught on YouTube playing with Kichi. She started messaging, no, 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 no. And this is why Kichi refuses to put those videos up. I've asked her several times, Kim, go put those videos up. Because the Africans and the rest of the Caribbeans, they've come now. So they want to see what the fuck you were talking about. Because your name made it through the islands. But people want to see why, though. I'm going to tell you right now, she got online because she plays with tarot cards. She started commenting, talking about Daisy's this and Daisy's that. I used to be her boss, da 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 da. She was never my boss. I was an intern there. My boss, Kim Canty, moved to like a whole, she like completely left that whole like clinic network. She left San Francisco as a whole and cut and went somewhere else because of their toxicity. 3 high level officials that worked there, I worked under all of them. They are all fucking gone because I wanted to call them to say like, oh, I'm a reference. Can you use me as a reference like on my resume? You guys have no idea how explosive it is that she got caught. Somebody else is going to get caught too. Because she was getting readings from Brandy. That's the messy bitch that was getting readings from Brandy. 2 females in the same weren't really talking. They had like a beef. They were getting readings from Brandy too. And she had told all of them like, oh, this bitch is going to come and get a reading. And this one is going to come and this is going to come. And they're going to say this and that because guess what? They played with the feds. Hanifi, they had their phone tapped. It's one dude. Now, just give me their number. I'm going to show you what they do. Now, I'm not going to give this to you. Just give me their number and I'll show you. And that's how they played in all of Fillmore and all of Hunters Point to play with this family. So, Crystal, South of Market Health Center, that's where she was working at. You can't miss her in Fillmore because she had a baby like when she was 16. She's very off and delusional. Everyone knows her, Crystal. And her dad is still around too. And her dad started hella shit with Sam Jordan too. And her dad is always like downtown, down in Fillmore. You know where that Panda Express is? That Safeway? And then there's like a Starbucks and it's like before you get to Japantown. Her dad is always like on that strip right there. Ooh, his hand in Eddie Block, in Eddie Rock. Fuck, he was the one that started all that with crack. He was the one that did that. Her dad. You guys have no idea how ratchet it is that all this is coming out all at once because they started this nonsense. I watched this firsthand when I used to work at Booker T because her son was implicated in trying to have somebody kidnapped then, one of these young females. And then one of her cousins, like, why your son, he's so young and he's so ratchet already. So Crystal was getting tarot readings and running her mouth and playing with Kichi. Then here, dun. Here comes another tarot reader. I'm telling you, as I'm talking, people are getting out of jail. Stuff is just stopping. You know what? Let me get out the car then. Bitches are done with their pregnancy plans. It's just done. It's done. That's it. There's somebody that's on the way, somebody that's out here. He's from out the way. And he came out here to handle business. So I had to do this tonight because he's going to handle his business tonight. Somebody's going to get hit. Period. This is out of control just for fucking real. Now, you're just delusional. You hoes play too much. And that's why I said you didn't know what was at stake when you started playing with me. You didn't know what I knew. You didn't know who I know. You didn't know what other people knew about me and knew about this whole situation before you started fucking playing and going back and forth and starting a lot with your mouth. So now you bitches are all scattering because you swear up and down I never got a reading from Brandy. I never did this. I never did that. I never la la la. I never did it. I la 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 la. And all of you guys got caught playing with her because Brandy's considered a domestic terrorist because of her mouth on YouTube and playing games with crack. Because they all smoke crack and then they get online and start a bunch of bullshit. Listen, there's one other person that's involved in this, another tarot reader. She's also from Fillmore. She got her child took by CPS. She's dealing with a bunch of nonsense. She tried to sell one of her child off to Hanifi for sex rituals. Because that's what they do with each other's kids. Like, oh, well, if you take her to the big man, you can get like maybe like 200. But she may have to stay there for like 2 days. I don't know how that may do. Okay, well, she'll go down there. You're only going here because you're special. It happens when you're special. He's just going to talk to you and he's going to lay down with you and it's nothing bad. Here, take this drug. You'll be fine. Okay. I didn't know what I was supposed to do, so I just acted like I was special, and I said, okay, it was okay. I didn't like it though. And taking their kids to molesters, that's what she got caught doing. You guys may have seen her. She has her face, her profile image is her face, and she has locks. She is a part of that group of Hanifis that were beefing with this one female that her twin had died. They've been going back and forth since like high school. She doesn't talk to any of them, but they constantly are doing magic on her. They do magic for Crystal. They all know each other. That's how this bullshit blew the fuck up in San Francisco, with everyone getting pulled in here and a bunch of nonsense, because that dude, the Hanifi that hacks everyone's phone and plays games, he lives in he lives in West Point. Yeah, and there's another one named Marquise. His son goes to the same school as my friend, my cousin, her son. Yeah, and I saw him up there too. He doesn't know that I remember that. I saw him at that school, Leola Havard. And I said, ooh, you guys are playing hella games. Something was like, okay, this is gonna come back up later, because why am I just now seeing you? His baby mama is Russian. He really wanted to play. Like, that's, yeah. Playing on the phone, devices next to your son. Next thing you know, you're getting pinged and tagged. And why are you parked right behind me? How come, hey, every time I come here, you're parked right behind me and I can barely get out. Can you move? Oh, okay. Trying to get into your phone. Yes, they were sending their kids to the same school, starting hella shit. And all of this is because they sent all these messy ass kids to APG and Nitty. APG and Nitty, they shouldn't have had that many kids from beefing hoods. They did that shit on purpose. It was Willie Brown every year with some lady. She has 3 front teeth. You guys have seen her? I think she has like an African last name. She has like 3 front teeth, and she always like has this like wavy quick weave that she's like playing with. And she works with them. She's the one that was setting that up, playing with the school board the whole fucking time for drama. Now, one of the things that's going to come out here with this whole story about Crystal and medical records, yeah, look he did get shot, because look, he was in the hospital. How did they know that I got shot and that I'm down? Because they're coming up here now to the hospital and starting hella shit. I'm trying to recover. Ooh, she did that with a few hood niggas. I can tell you so much shit that she started. I've seen just in the few months that I worked there. It was like 3 months that I worked there that I switched over. In the three or four months I worked at South Market Health Center, I saw so much fuckery. I just wanted to ask, can I just take this computer and just work downstairs? They said no. I was working in the medical billing and coding room, like working with everyone's medical records. I had access to all that computer and system too. I wasn't being messy. I had no reason to. I had access to a bunch of shit when I was young, and that's why people trust me. And that's how this blew the fuck up in people's face, playing with my name once again. Because now now we're full circle, right? We're full circle. Full circle. All this has come out. People are getting caught up. People are getting removed from the job. Now they need to call people back for work. And now guess who's the only viable people to go back to work? All the people that they were stalking and harassing these past 3-4 years with this whole entire platform, and with the witchcraft and all this. I'm going to say right now, one of the things with Tarot by Icy is she shouldn't have been putting stuff in her readings, and she shouldn't have been playing with that virtual reality with candle work. Because remember, I told you people were playing with spy magic, candle work. Like, oh, if I get the purple candle, white candle, and I put the psychic oils and herbs, and me and you can then talk together, and we can like share an energy field, or play, I could play in your psychic waters. Why would you bind me with candle work like that? And then people started learning to break the candle work and then unravel themselves for it. That's how platform. Then they started playing in space. They put a magic from way over there on top, and then binded thousands of levels of magic from every single aquatic being, every single rabbit, every serpent, every bird, every chicken, every cow, every iguana, every lion that they can find, any being that they can find. They were using their magic, mainly the babies, because some of them have like 3 or 4 babies at a time. So think about that. And they're all sleeping, and then they're playing with their hands in their dream state to move magic around. You're doing too fucking much, and people are getting hella mad. This is some schizophrenic bullshit. Turn it the fuck off. So now everyone has now seen, okay, now I see what's been going, getting started with their family, and what's been happening. It's been magic from a bunch of goofy old bitches that are jealous of their mother and jealous of the father, and then they became jealous of their children, because their children, their family name is very respected. So whenever anything happens, people call them. But they just have one unfortunate sister that just got too wrapped up in like brands and clothes, and she forgot, the code. I'm not supposed to be rocking like that, like, my family and knowing the work that my family does and knowing our I should have been in his hood so they can find out about his locations, poking holes in condoms and being hella weak and whack, saying a bunch of bullshit, making it seem like I was a victim, just doing the most and then forcing people to have sympathy and be for me because now I have a child, which is what I wanted the whole time because I was playing with some rat bitch from Lincoln and that's how my cousin Earl got killed. And I knew that I should have been playing with her, but I wanted to get in because I heard that they hack phones, they can boost, they can do credit cards and do all this and do all that. And it was Queenie and Aishan and all them from Cream Team. The same Aishan Queenie that set up her Yaya. You guys remember Yaya from Double Rock? Not Double Rock, Sunnydale. She was the female that there was like this fight at a Gucci Mane concert. It's on YouTube and WorldStar. It was like a big ass fight after the Gucci Mane concert, and she was on Silver Avenue. They ran over her with the car after they tried to jump her. It was her own friends that set that shit the fuck up. They were so goofy starting that. So it all came out in the virtual reality because there's something with Vixen ENT. I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that. That song. But his head game was rap. Point blank period. Now I'm on to the next nigga. Dude is bigger. But his homeboy a bigger figure. I just can't see my. You guys know that song. Yes, they were the ones also involved in starting this nonsense with Fillmore and playing with those platforms. They all play with the feds. They're fucking horrible. They jumped some female when she was pregnant. That's the other side. That's the other side of this. She had a miscarriage. She had a stillborn. She was like 8 months. They should have never fucking started that. Whoa, I'm telling you. And all this, the medical records all leaked. Why? Because they all play with Hanifi. They set niggas up or they were all getting pimped by Hanifis or playing games early on. So they're in the same like little group of bitches that start a bunch of bullshit and just move around with nonsense. That magic will get you beat the fuck up though. I'm going to tell you right now, some people don't care about reversals or candle work. A lot of people are not like me. When I stopped with that candle, people just started getting hands put on them. You can ask half of LA. All these bitches were following me, starting shit. People started getting hands put on them. Do not play with me. Do not follow me. Do not play with spell work, period. I don't play with that, especially weak, whack bitches. Why are you playing with spell work and you're mentally ill? That's what I don't know. I don't play with spell work. I'm not mentally ill. I don't do destruction candles. Your lover will hate you. In Tranquilo. All of that. Because you guys have been in my apartment without my consent and they took pictures of all that. And on top of that, I buy everything online. I was ordering like big boxes. I don't buy any of that. Clearing oils, uncrossing, reversal, return evil, return. Exactly. I don't play with all that other fuckery because you never know what can go left. And also, too, I didn't know what was going on with the herbs, but something was telling me to be careful playing with all these different type of herbs. I just keep it very copacetic and very clean. So, and I also know how to meditate. So I wasn't needing a bunch of magic to play with. You guys are fucking stupid. You don't even know how to meditate. You don't know how to go into the etheric chambers and turn off magic, but you're talking about playing with death spells and shit like that. All that magic that you guys are playing with is why this virtual reality got turned on, because you opened up a big ass portal so sound was able to come through. But that portal, the sound that's coming through is the original white supremacist. Yeah, white people are enchanted by magic. That's why they act like that. But you wanted Thriller Night. So why are you mad now that it's like The Walking Dead? Exactly. Pay attention to their behavior. They're telling you where they come from. So now the biggest thing here is that there's judges and lawyers and stuff like that. Like this can get ugly. It can because there was a gun robbery in between them. He didn't get hit with one of those guns. Nah, it was a recent killing that happened with one of those guns. Uh-uh. Nah. Yeah. One of the guns that was used to recently kill a high priest, and then also somebody from Sunnydale. I talked about those, the high priest, the Usuas, the Hawaiian community, the Hawaiian Tongan Samoan community, and how people were like killing them unnecessarily. This all got started all at the same time because they were playing with spell work and playing with spy magic. It was a spy magic because they were promoting bitches to use it. But the spy magic is the technology. Because how are you hearing people's conversations in your ear and like seeing what they're talking about? Is seeing in their phone. It's magic from space. It's just we don't have. There's certain herbs and stuff like that we don't have access to do that type of stuff. It all left. All if I wanted to do all that, I know exactly what herbs I can go pick up, and then I can add a database to that herb to carry that magic. But why would I fucking do that? I don't need spy magic. I have access to some of the highest level ratchet shit. Me playing with that. Why would I play with spy magic? I don't need that. Oh, jail magic. I don't really need that. Oh, this will get somebody stabbed up. Oh, I don't really need that. Karma. They already put up your magic out. Let me go ahead and like create balance and get more good luck by dismantling what they've put out and then allowing them to just eat it. That's the perfect way to do magic. Like it's not even magic, it's just mathematics. And then you close that circle, you close that composite, and then you can move forward. Right. And that's what you guys get for bringing these dirty, filthy, disgusting white people that all they care about is sticking their dick in people's kids. Now look at what did. Now look at what's going on. So now, that's what the San Francisco Hood transmission. People needed to hear that because they didn't know how this got started. I tried to call people. My phone was tweaking. People were dealing with other things. There was a bunch of shit going on. So now I'll see some people in person and we'll be able to settle a lot of this stuff. Yeah, really. And it just got settled. She knows everything. She has all the paperwork. Yeah, she's Chinese too. Oh, really? Yeah. She knows everything. She has all the paperwork. She's been watching this for months. It doesn't matter. They want this to stop and they want their families to get free too because remember their grandma, their grandpas, their aunties, some of them their mom and dad, they were kidnapped and their families were turned into Chiang and then fed to them at their wedding, and they were forced for other people to eat that fuckery too for them to stay safe. And that's how deep this shit is. People don't give a fuck about you little ratchet hood bitches trying to hide the fact that your baby daddy got killed because you were playing with magic, or your baby daddy got trapped because you were playing with period blood missile from towers and I'm always playing hella games. No one cares that you were playing with your cousin and jealous of her when you were too young to even know what jealousy was and starting shit. No one cares about that. They want work done. They want pre for their family. They want out of the Dai Li. They want the Dai Li done for. And they see Daisy, aka Mingwai, as their solution. When you see here Mingwai, Mingwai is like rabbit sister. That's my Chinese name, my indigenous Chinese name, Mingwai. My Japanese name is like it's a little bit different. It's Tafanda Aizai. It still means rabbit sister, big rabbit sister. If you ask me my Spanish name, it's Conejita. It's Spanish for rabbit. Conejita Gantes Negra. It's a rabbit, she's big, and then she's black. Good. So now, well, now actually, I maybe be forgetting one thing. Right, just doing way too much and doing tarot readings and talking about you're playing with politicians and starting too much shit. But I have screenshots of Crystal commenting on Kichi's channel because I said, oh, this is gonna come up. This is golden. Because I went to go look. I said, what are people tagging me on? What the fuck is this with Kim? Oh, she's just looking for views and looking for like monetization. I didn't really pay attention to it. And then when I saw Crystal commenting, I said, oh, ooh, this is gonna get hella messy. I didn't say anything. Till this day, she has no idea that I know that she was commenting on Kichi Charles' channel and she was having like meetings with them. And that's how Stephanie and Drake and all of them got pulled into San Francisco to go play. Now, something's gonna blow up in somebody's face with why is it that all these rappers are playing with like these high priests in the hood? Because they don't have heart. And they want to go play with these high priests and start a bunch of shit and play with organs and do this and do that and cause a bunch of chaos and cause a bunch of drama. That's why I said you guys need to be really careful with what you discuss and how you run your mouth about my name and how you play a lot of games because not a single person is mad at me in the hood. Everybody just wants to know when is this going to end and how do I protect my family from this bullshit. And I want to know if I did a bad hit, how do I clean up my Akasha? That's a do one for Divine Feminine. Just because you asked, I'll do a reading, a Divine Masculine reading about like how to like move forward or things that you need to know, important messages. And I'm going to use the Cowrie. I don't really do Cowrie on YouTube. I do it for my patrons only. It's a very deep type of divination system. And I'm going to use the Huey and Yani warfare mat just because you asked. I have the one for masculines, it's brown, and I have the one for Divine Feminines, it's pink for maternal warfare. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that reading for you guys because I think that people need to see what's really happening here and how people use tarot cards when they're not mentally ill. And that's why I said stop playing with those tarot cards if you're not really ready to handle the business, because tarot cards are not for games. Tarot cards can ruin people's life if you're lying divination or if you're starting shit or if you're playing games with things unnecessarily. It's not really exposing things because a lot of the divination you don't divinate, so there's nothing that you're going to be putting out that can cause drama. All you can do is lie or hype shit up. And that's why a lot of people, when I do tarot readings, all my readings are recorded. So when I do a reading with you, it's all recorded. You can always go back to it. Till this day, not a single one of my readings has ended up in any drama. It's been used in court. It's been used to get people out of jail. It's been used to get people their asylum, help people get their kids out of CPS, etc. That's really just about it. So that's all I have to say. That's really the end of that. And then something, yeah, B Magic and Mo Magic. Yeah, and messy organizations playing games at people's school and starting shit and bringing up shit from the past. I just want to tell you this about her. Just be careful. Be careful with what? Why are you guys always starting shit? That's the same thing that you did with me, and you went to go running your mouth about me and you don't even know me and you started hella shit in my life. You're just lucky that I'm a happy person and I love God and I trust my higher self and I trust my angel guides and my spirit guides and my ascended masters and the ancestral realm. You're so lucky that I have rabbits and my lion to help me right here and my octopus. And you're lucky that I know how to stay by myself and I'm not always chasing after people and trying to be friends with people and do this and do that. Or else I would have ruined everyone's fucking life and happiness, even the good people. Because if I'm not happy, you're not happy type of bullshit, right? But why do that? And then everyone's miserable. So I just took this as an opportunity like, oh, they uploaded all of us. Let me show you guys what I do to take care of myself. Let me just try to make people happy. Let me try to like lighten up the mood because this is a very extreme thing to deal with where the government is blasting chemicals above our house or playing with us on a chemical service because we got certain vaccines or we had to get a shot for work or we, smoke certain weed. It's not even drugs. It's weed cannabis. Cannabis is not necessarily chemical. There's a phytochemical in cannabis that connects you to divination channels, right? And then also sensation channels. And that's basically like how they're playing with a lot of us. And alcohol does the same exact thing. It does not matter. Even water, drinking certain types of water from companies, you can get put on a chemical server based on them processing the water. Not even the chemical they put in the water. It's just how they process that water. So I say all that to say, please stay out of the drama. Please stop starting shit. Cyrus, get yourself together. There's a whole lot more. This cream team nonsense needs to be unraveled in like 3 parts because they started some shit when this virtual reality first opened. I'm not sure how far they were going, but they were the first thing that popped up in there with that Vixen ENT. It got quiet. There was shooting over that. And what happened at Burger King with the pregnant woman getting jumped and this shit go work on the track? You guys are out of control. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. Bye. Bye, rabbit. Hold on. You have done enough. Okay. Thank you. I've done enough.